Okay. Welcome to this boot camp. This boot camp is on ITSM. ITSM means IT Service Management. And this is the first time we're having it. And I want to appreciate all of you for having this confidence that we're going to deliver. And to be honest with you, ITSM is not so popular like project management business, but is fast taking place. It's on the rise. It's one of the IT career that is fast, will have fast demand for these roles. You know, it's an emerging market in IT. It has been a bit silent for long, but the need is quite huge these days. So people don't seem to know much about it. So, but I want to know, like few of you, like we're not much, so let me not say few of you. What interests you, or what is your curiosity? Let me start from Chigozie on ITSM. Why are you so interested, so curious to know more or to dive into this career path?
Okay, good evening, everyone. I started my career in an engineering company, a service company. We're into hardware maintenance of computer hardware maintenance for some companies, First Bank, PACN, and things like that. So that was the first place I had heard of ITSM from my boss then that I was working with, and somehow I wanted to, tow that career path, but somehow I found myself out of there and went into sales of computer hardware. So coming now again from there, I got into operations procurement. Long story. And when I started the project management training, when this came up, I was like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to go back again and do this that wanted to do then, because even then he wrote this. My boss then wrote the ITIL exams and everything. It was quite interesting then, but since I couldn't continue that way, having seen this opportunity again, I decided to key into it.
Okay, that's very good. I can see why you're so interested. You already have kind
Yeah,
of visualized what is in the pipeline. So any other person?
yeah.
Julia?
Okay, good evening, sir. My story is I studied information technology in school, and at the moment I'm doing customer support. And I see where we have to send service level agreements. And sometimes when I go to some job roles, I see where it is needed that you should know how to send service level agreements. I also want to dive in a part of information technology that will be in demand. And I went through all the roles for ITSM, and I'm interested in the help desk support, the IT operations manager, and IT operations as well. So I'm keen to know more what ITSM is and how it can help me in my niche already.
Okay, that's good. We're here for it. We are going to very soon you'll be transformed into what you never expected. Mr. Koye.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, and thank you for the opportunity. Well, you already know, sir, that I am doing a career switch to IT. And when I saw the course outline, I know that I have read so many places about IT as a service and how you can support IT companies. And having done business analysis and see how you can create a software, and also by gathering requirements and doing other these things. So I now say that if I work in a software company, I can also support them using this IT as a service, because I know that basically this ITSM is basically IT as a service. So I believe that it will really be good. And I also want to have three, because I went to Upwork. How I do my things, I know that you can have three niches in Upwork. You can create the first account, which may be your main account, and you can now do other skills that you can also add that you are good in. So I want to have three core niches in IT. I finished one, which is project management and business analysis. I'm doing another one also, data analysis, and plus this one. So I'm taking my time to get this thing so that when I launch out, I launch out.
You are going to be on fire.
Yes, sir. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
That's the reason why I'm here. Thank you, sir. And you have never failed me all the way.
That's a good investment, there's nothing like investing in you. Time to upskill yourself. You find out that even at the age of 80, 90, you are still because you have something to give out.
Exactly.
You don't need, at this level, when you become all this, you become a consultant. Even at elderly age, you can see people can still be coming with consult. It doesn't require physical, strength to do this. So this is where all this investment comes handy. And even now, you can benefit from it massively. Okay, before I start, I continue. Let's welcome Ofo Alex and hear from Ofo Alex. Ofo Alex is another person that wants to be on fire.
I'm laughing. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I say, well, good evening, all. So, my background, well done. Good evening. So, my background has been administrator for many years, and I work with some few companies, and but around 2023. I handle a project that has to do with a platform, and I have to relate with some IT guys, and some manage the system administrator. So, and I was a team lead, so I was struggling to manage them, right? Because I don't have background of IT. And when you are managing a team and you don't have knowledge of IT, you'll be struggling because anything they tell you, you will take it. So that year 2023, I started reading online about IT, but I wanted practical aspect of it, and which I was not able to get due to my busy nature. So it was 3 months ago, I set it as part of my short-term goal to go into this ITSM fully and get know the rudiment about the course itself, and then try to have it depth knowledge so that as I work with people, I'll be able to flow well and then see how I can meet the target or goals of the organization. So hence the reason why I rule for the ITSM.
Okay,
Thank you
that's
all.
good. That's good. Okay. Some of you might be saying, Mr. Charles is a project manager, Mr. Charles is a business analyst, Mr. Charles is a data analyst, Mr. Charles is ITSM. Okay. How did I start my career in ITSM? I worked in a company where I worked as a hybrid. So that is when this issue of hybrid project manager and business analyst starts. So I was the project manager and I was the business analyst. And I was meant to implement ITSM. It's like I keep telling people, as a project manager or as a business analyst, you cannot say that this is your specialty. Is anywhere they assign you, you go there. They feel that you have the capacity. As a business analyst, you have the capacity to investigate, decide solution and implement solution, and equally manage the project as a project manager. So I was given the opportunity to manage, and our IT director then had this kind of confidence, such as, I know you can do this. As a matter of fact, then I have never heard anything about ITSM. That was the first time I'm calling, but they said I should go. It was like a big challenge, and that's how I started. I started first as a business analyst. I started gathering requirements, have to do a lot of investigation, and that's how I started. After the investigation, plan everything, decide solution. We started implementation. I was the only person doing because you find yourself in some medium, small or medium companies, you do almost everything. At times you'll be thinking they are cheating you, you are doing everything, but you are learning, you are developing yourself practically. And that's how I implemented the solution. Everybody was very happy how I, from nowhere, implemented a very robust ITSM solution for the company. And when the ITSM, I became so interested because there's a kind of eye-opener for me. So, and when the IT service manager left, I took over the ITSM management, everything. I become everything in the ITSM, and that's how I developed, and to the extent that I went further into configuration in ITSM, I become even a developer in ITSM because of my interest, and it's very good. So there's a lot. There is demand, high demand for ITSM professionals. So what is this ITSM, IT service management? This is like where all the IT services in a company is resting. The IT services, they are resting on their backbone. It's like they are carrying everybody on their head in terms of IT. So if they don't have, if a company do not have a strong ITSM unit in this modern world, where everything in business is IT, any small thing that happen can become a disaster for that company. But once you have a strong ITSM, you see anything that is happening, they could, absorb the shock, control the shock, the impact will be minimized. Service disruption, you hardly find service disruption. You see so many companies here in UK, you see them, internet will continue everything. Do you think it's because there is no internet outage, or there is because of, no. Everything is planned that as the main internet is going on, the main server is going out, is automatically switching to the proxy server. And the proxy server, so they have like 3 backups. So you find out that there can never be service disruption in any way. That your system is crashing. You are working in a company, you came to work, your laptop crashed. Some people, it can be a very big issue. For 1 week, you've not done anything. But if your laptop is having issue and they have strong ITSM, they are responding immediately. They have a lot of backups, laptops for the company. So as they are trying to diagnose your problem, they are already rescue you by giving you a backup laptop. You start using it. So you start working immediately. Data recovery. That there is so this is why it's very, very important that every company is looking for this ITSM to build the unit. At the moment, so many companies do not have strong ITSM unit. Why? Because we don't have enough professionals to do that. ITSM is not customer service. You know, the problems people are having, or so many companies, they do not understand ITSM very well. Some company will feel that, yes, we have customer support. Customer support is not ITSM unit. You know, so when you have good customer support, but ITSM provide infrastructure for all the both support, customer support, both internal and external support. Any kind of IT support is resting on ITSM. So that is, I just want to tell you in a very common language what is ITSM, so that we can understand this ITSM. And there is high demand for it. The more, you see, the more IT is taking over business, the more the need for ITSM. They are going to be needing so many ITSM professionals globally. So we do not have enough now, because so many people are still trying to understand it. There are so many frameworks. So that is what we are going to look at. So in at this moment, we are going to look at the foundation of ITSM, where we are going to understand the meaning, definitions, principles, frameworks, tools, career rules in ITSM. That is what we are going to understand now, before we start in a very bigger advance, where we'll be looking at IT strategy, IT service design, implementation, transition, and we then implement a live ITSM project where you see what ITSM looks like. And we work with an ITSM tool where all the organization, what they use, there is a tool you use to manage all this ITSM. Just like in, let's say, we have CRM to manage sales, marketing, and we have ERP to manage finance. We have a tool for ITSM where we use to manage all the incidents, problems, changes within the ITSM environment. So these are all, it's going to be a lot. But the good thing is that you can do it. Why do I say you can do it? It does not involve coding. These are what I'm trying to, because so many of us are very scared of IT. That's why we don't have enough professionals in IT. We think once you come in IT, it involves a lot of coding. How do I start coding? How do I start programming? How do I start networking? No. It doesn't involve that kind of complex operation you are scared of. So it's something where somebody with no skills in IT can come in, develop yourself, and become a serious IT professional. Let's get started and continue from the lecture notes. Okay. A moment, please. And we are there. So I hope you can see my screen. My screen is showing to everyone.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, let's look at what we plan to in this foundation stage. The foundation stage will try to understand the basics, that's introduction of ITIL and ITSM, the key ITIL terms, importance of ITSM, ITIL service value system, ITIL guideline, the 4 dimension of service management, ITSM frameworks, ITSM tools, case studies, and career roles. So we might not be able to finish all these topics today, but this is what we plan to cover within the foundation. Let's see how much we can cover within this foundation stage. But we'll have to start from the introduction. So I'm not going to, we already have, I've already shared this course curriculum to us before. We'll add it. So this is start from here to understand we have to start by this framework because without this framework, there is no ITSM. Okay. ITSM, I want you to see that ITSM is like, let's say, a project management. But when you say project management, you know that there is nothing you can do in project management without a framework or without a methodology. You must decide the methodology you want to use to manage the project. And then in ITSM is the same thing. When you talk about IT service management, you want to manage the organizational IT services. What is the methodology you are going to apply? And that methodology, that approach, that framework is the most popular is ITIL. It's ITIL. ITIL becomes so popular that is even trying to become more popular than ITSM. So, but there is other framework you can use within ITSM. Some even use agile approach, some use DevOps, there are so many of them, but the most important, the most recognized is ITIL. It's just a framework just like agile is a framework in project management. So ITIL is IT, is Information Technology Infrastructure Library, and is a globally recognized framework for IT service management. It provides a set of best practices to ensure that IT services align with business need, focusing on delivering value to both business and its customers. So it's looking at mainly the need. What is the business need? How to synchronize business need and the mainly what the customer need. Kind of is a bit of agile that is equally recognizing what the customer need, but it's mainly on value system. What is the need? What is the IT service need? They try to help us to understand the IT service need for the companies. Different companies have different IT need. That is why ITIL, because ITIL will help us to identify specific need we have. It's not a generic approach where one approach can be applied to. So you help us to what is our need, and from our need, we design a solution that we, be appropriate in meeting customers' satisfaction. That is it. So we are going to look, as we are going to be working within this boot camp, this is the framework we are going to be using within this ITSM. But we are still going to talk about other ITSM framework so that you know other, because at this point, you are not just passively learning about ITSM. So it's important you know other frameworks, but know that this is the main framework. Just like in project management, we have waterfall, we have agile approach, we have Six Sigma, we have extreme programming. So it's good you know other methodologies or other frameworks, but know that this is the world or globally recognized framework. So, then let's understand ITSM. IT is information technology. Service, SM is service management. Is the practice of designing, delivering, managing, and improving IT services within the organization. What are the different IT services organization need? This is what this is talking about. So it helps us to identify and then design it. Not only designing it, because designing it is not enough. Under design, during designing IT services, this is where business analysts can come in during design. They have to, what design. During designing, delivering, the business analyst or whoever help in designing. So ITSM team comprises even business analysts. They are part of the team. Even project managers are part of the team. But they have a manager. A manager is the overall person that is in charge of that ITSM. So after designing, delivering, you deliver the service. It's a continuous process that you keep on supporting all the services you design, keep on supporting, managing them, and improving them. So it's an ongoing activity. It's not like us project managers or like business analysts. Once you design and implement, deploy, it ends there. It does not end there in ITSM because the service is there. As long as the company is there, there is need for IT services. And it's not one person. There are so many people involved in this environment. Have different IT professionals involved, supporting different technologies. So it's your duty to organize this environment and make sure that this happens very well. So that is ITSM. It helps in IT standardization. Standardize the process of IT. If it's not standardized, through a framework like ITIL, it's going to be difficult to manage IT in an organization because IT environment is very complex. But once it's organized through a reliable framework like ITIL, it makes everything so easy to manage. The purpose of ITIL in ITSM, it provides a structured approach in managing IT services. Just like I said that if we don't have a framework, it's going to be difficult because ITSM or IT environment in a company is very complex. You know, involves a lot, both high level, upstream and downstream, even all these small mobile application, even IT ARPs, human resources application, all the application we use in the organization, ITSM plan for it to, you know, support the ongoing usage. One thing we do not know is that we, the business analysts, or some of us, the project manager, once we deploy a project, we forget about the project. We look for the next project to deploy. So many of us then don't understand that this solution you design, you implemented, will continue to run indefinitely in that organization. And we forgot to understand that that solution you've deployed is a complex solution. It needs constant support. It needs constant maintenance for it to keep on providing the service that is meant to provide. And who is doing all this? It's ITSM. That's why we need a serious and competent framework like ITIL. You see, ITIL provides structured approach to managing IT services, enhances alignment between IT services and business goals, and improves service quality, customer satisfaction, and professional efficiency. Okay, let's go further to understand more about the ITIL. The ITIL, under ITIL framework, these are some of the key words we need to cram. If it's possible for us to cram it, we cram it because it's very, very important. Something like service. The way you are going to be seeing service after this boot camp might be different the way other people are seeing service. When they say service, some people do not just see service as something, but here they are telling you different, everything about service will have different meaning to you. So in this scenario, service means delivering value to customer by enabling desired outcome without ownership of specific cost or risk. And from service, we get service management. So what is service management? Set of specialized organizational capabilities for providing values to customers in the form of services, but this within IT environment. So what is, now we've seen what is service and what is service management, and what is IT service. IT service is any service that is delivered through the use of IT, like online banking or data, everything, every service that is happening within IT is IT service. And now they say that you look at this definition, they say any service that is delivered using IT like online banking or data storage, this IT. So now check so many services that can be delivered through IT. You see online banking, you see data storage, you see e-commerce, you see customer support, CRM service. You look at it, even social media management, they are all IT. So now, IT service management. So it means managing all these IT services. That is what IT service ITSM means, through the support of this methodology. So then what is service provider? Service provider. So these are key keywords. The organization delivering IT services. That's what called service providers. Then we have so many organizations providing these services. There are so many of them. One thing, because of the complex nature of ITSM, so many companies outsource their ITSM services to a different company. And that's why you see companies like KPMG, you see companies like Accenture. So many of them have different services they provide to different companies. They provide specialized business analysis, and that's consultancy. They provide specialized project management. They provide specialized IT management or IT services. So this is service provider. But these days, companies are beginning to build their own internal ITSM unit. Even if they have to rely on service provider, they need to have their unit that need to collaborate or work with the outsiders, which is the outsourced service providers. So that is, here we have service providers. And some of the service providers, they are the people that provide some of these tools we use in ITSM. We are going to talk about the tools. You must be hearing about ServiceNow, Hello ITSM. These are various tools. And the people providing them are some of these service providers. You can call them service providers. You can call them service suppliers. You can call them service vendors. Any word, but the most popular is service providers. Then we have stakeholders, individuals, organizations that have a vested interest in the IT services provided. So while you are working within the ITSM, it's good to understand the various stakeholders. So as an ITSM manager, you need to, for an organization, if your company are using internal service, then you need to have your team under you. But if you are their company, your IT services is outsourced to a third-party company, then you need to know them. These are going to be your stakeholders. Those service providers, no matter how you, even if you do not outsource, you will still have to procure their services in terms of tools. And so many of these tools you are using in ITSM, these service providers are the people that are going to be managing it for you. So many configurations going on, these are the people that are going to do it. Only if you have your internal developers that will take care of all this. So this is just what some of the key terms we need to understand, because as we are progressing, as we are advancing. This is what we will keep on hearing: service, service management, IT service providers, service vendors, outsource, these are the terms you need to get yourself familiar with. So, and this framework, that's why at this point I'm trying to commonize it, trying to make them very common, make them very familiar, make them domestic. So it's going to be a household name as we are progressing. So now, all I've been trying to make you understand this ITSM, ITIL, and different keywords. Let's understand the importance of this ITSM. Why is this so important? Why? So ITSM is crucial for organization as it enables structured and efficient delivery of services, ensuring that IT align closely with business need and enhances overall performance. It's very, very IT efficient. You know, let's look at this. This is the importance. For me, if I want to take something out of this, key takeaway: enable structured and efficient delivery of IT services. That is the most important. That is the every other thing, all this is just to enable structured, efficient service delivery of IT services. Okay, let's look at the key reasons why this is important. But this is the overall importance: efficient delivery of IT services. Number one, enhance service quality and reliability. Enhance service quality and reliability. It helps to create consistent, repeatable process that improves quality of IT services. Repeatable, consistent, that is sustainable quality. That's what we consistent, repeated. That is the short term to summarize is sustainable IT quality. That is number one importance. It provides sustainable IT service quality to the organization, which will go a long way to provide service users satisfaction, enabling highest satisfaction within the service users or within the customers. Number two, improved alignment with business objectives. When we are designing ITSM for a company, we need to understand the business objective and making sure that they align. So when there is a situation, everything is already aligned. So the ITSM framework, such as ITIL, emphasizing on aligning IT services with business goal or business need. This makes sure that we understand the business need, and while designing the ITSM through ITIL, we make sure that they synchronize. That is it. Then number three, increase efficiency through standardization. Standardized process. IT is the backbone of every business today, and you cannot manage your IT environment in a cowboy environment. It's not proper. It's not possible. Every business is going to collapse. So that's why company, they don't play with their ITSM, because ITSM provides standardized environment, structured process to reduce inefficiency, such as incidents, problem management, change management, access management. Standardizing this process streamline operation, reduce repetitive tasks, and lower operative costs. When I implemented the ITSM for my company, we narrowed the cost very down that we have to move some of the staffs to other area because we used the ITSM tool to reduce the cost. A lot of things were automated. So we need a standardized approach. And it's very, very important. Better risk management and compliance helps in risk management. We already know much about risk management. So we'll have framework like COBIT and the iOS. These are some of the frameworks that are very good in risk management and compliance. It helps in risk management. So some of these frameworks can be combined. So you can use some framework which is the best in risk management and use some framework in incident management, like ITIL is the best in incident management. And then this COBIT is the best in risk management. You can combine two methodologies or two frameworks to be on top of your game. Just like in project management, we see environments where we combine waterfall approach and agile approach. It's equally doable in other environments like ITSM. Higher productivity and reduce downtime. By proactively managing incidents, problems, and changes, ITSM reduces downtime and ensure smooth operation of IT services. So what is downtime? Downtime means that when there is incidents, if it's going to take like 2 days, when you have effective IT service management, it's just 2 hours. You solve your incident. It reduces the downtime. If there is no effective IT service management, when there is internet outage in a company, it can take like how many? Can take like even 2 months to restore. Even I've been in my organization here in London where we had an internet issue in our major server. It took 2 weeks to restore internet in the main server. But we are using our proxy server to do our work. We didn't even notice there is an internet outage. This is the why we have IT services, IT service management. Immediately happen, we just switch on to the other environment. And that's why, because if service provider like NEPA or Power Holding is using this kind of approach, we are not going to have a situation where when there is a small burst in a transformer, the whole community can go without light for 2 years. Can you imagine that? What then happened to effective service delivery? In ITSM, it cannot happen. And that's why there's a lot of services they are providing for us in Nigeria. It's not doing well because there is no standard approach. That's why some of all these things are not delivering value. You see Companies like ITIL, they just went because there is no standard approach. You see, NEPA, they couldn't, these are services people need. People are ready to pay for these services, but there is no standard. There is no framework. That is why things are not working. Okay. Number 6, enhance customer and user satisfaction. The overall is to enhance customer and user satisfaction. They are satisfied at a reduced cost. Can you imagine? That's what an efficient process can bring about. ITSM provides user-centric approach through service portals. So the service portal is where the tool where we use to manage the whole incidents response. That is service portal. And that is what we are going to, at the end of the boot camp, we are going to implement an ITSM solution where customers or where service users like staff can submit their incidents, and ITSM agents will have different agents. We have line of agents in ITSM to receive incidents and then manage incidents or escalate incidents. So these are part of the things we are going to do. So ITSM provides user-centric approach through service portal, knowledge management, and improved incidents handling, faster response time, reliable services, and self-service service options, improve end-user experience, which translate into greater satisfaction and trust in IT services. These are some of the things. If some of you that have gone through my business analysis class, when we talk about Gartner, trust in IT support. Before company can trust a vendor, you must have good support. So these are part of the things why ITSM is very, very important. It provides trusted IT service support. Number 7 importance is control cost and resource optimization. ITSM framework encourage efficient allocation and use of IT resources. The cost is controlled because everything is organized. Process like financial management and demand management enable organization to monitor costs and allocate budget effectively. And equally save costs because most of the activities here in ITSM is automated. Continuous improvement. This is where this comes in, because it's continuous improvement. You continue to help us to continue to optimize the services. As we are solving problems, we keep on. This is where the lesson learned log work, because every incident you manage or every problem you solve, it becomes a knowledge-based article for managing similar problems. Or this is where you see how we design these frequently asked questions. This frequently asked question you see in company website, it emanates from IT, because from the kind of problems you solve, response to incidents, after solving it, you see the kind of repetitive problem people have, then you develop answer to them so that some of them can self-manage or self-respond, self-handle their issues. Every incident must not be resolved by the IT. There are some incidents you can just read an article and then troubleshoot. Like when their system is not coming up. Not all the time your system is not coming up, you just rush to IT. At times, that's why in ITSM we provide frequently asked questions, or call it knowledge-based portal, where some of these things, or when you are trying to submit an incident, will direct you to an article to read. You find out by the time you finish reading the article, you've solved their problem. And so this is part of the things we do. Improved change management and agility through structured change management process. ITSM allow IT team to adapt to new requirements, technologies, and business changes without minimizing disruption. This ensures smooth transition, reduce risk, and allow organizations to remain agile in a dynamic environment. So, like I told you, a time where we had internet outage that stayed almost 2 weeks. We handle this. It should be a serious crisis for the organization, but because we made provision for that through ITSM, nobody will minimize the impact. Nobody noticed that is internet outage is a serious service disruption, but we just handle it like nothing happened because we have a standardized and agile ITSM environment. Okay, enhanced collaboration and communication. ITSM encourages collaboration between IT and other departments by establishing clear workflows, roles, and responsibilities. Improve communication faster, foster cohesive work environment, ensure all stakeholders are aligned to service goals and the delivery timeline. So like one of us are talking about service level agreement. So this is where ITSM, by the time we are designing our ITSM, everybody agrees through collaborative effort, agrees on service level agreement. SLA, service level agreement, is what is the agreed terms on managing IT environment. For instance, during incidents, we say that if our agreement is that during incidents, depending on the impact and the urgency, and incidents, a critical incidents we are coming to that, this is just introductory level, but these are some of the things we are going to deal in detail. We'll talk about service level agreement. We agree that when there is a critical incident, it cannot exceed 2 hours or 4 hours, maximum 4 hours to restore service. That is an agreement. That is what we agreed during designing. And before we agree on that, there is consultation. We consult different stakeholders to agree that this is what we believe in. This is what is achievable. Yes, it is doable. So when we agree that there is in a critical incident within our environment, it should be resolved within 2 hours or within 4 hours or within 1 working day. So if there is any critical issue and we couldn't resolve it within that agreed period of time, it has to be escalated to a higher authority. That's where the escalation comes in. You cannot say you are still trying. It means that that problem is beyond you as an agent, a service ITSM agent. You have different line of agents, first line support, second line support, third line support. So if you are the first line support, there is a service level agreement before you as a first line support. If there is an incident, they know that you as a first line support have the capacity to handle some incidents. If that incident, you cannot handle it within the service level agreement, then automatically that incident will be triggered to the next line support. And that is how it continues to trigger till the last person or to the IT director. Then it becomes a crisis. And once it becomes a crisis, then organization will know they have a crisis. So that's the importance of ITSM. So, but in a situation where there is no ITSM, you find out somebody will continue to work on one incident for even 3 days. And he's just telling you, I'm trying my best, I'm trying my best, give me some time. But when you have a service level agreement, it means that once the service level agreement for you to do this type of incident is 2 hours. And after 2 hours and you can't resolve it, it means it's above you and they will be triggered. So it helps all the ITSM help us in this collaborative environment where we take quality decision, understand stakeholders, rules, workflows within our environment. Data-driven decision-making, ITSM tools provide robust analytics and reporting features, allowing organizations to make informed decisions based on service performance, data, and KPIs, and other metrics that gives us insight to know how we are going to improve our IT service and strategies. So ITSM tools like Hello ITSM or ServiceNow, we have equally Zendesk as a service manager. From the back end, you can see a lot of analytics through the dashboard. There's a lot of insights giving you metrics on the position of a situation within the organization that help you to take informed decision. Support digital transformation. As organization moves towards digitalization or digital first strategy, ITSM provide the foundation for managing complex digital ecosystem. It support cloud service, DevOps, automation, AI, helping organizations embrace technology-driven changing smoothly. So if you employ ITSM, all this cloud infrastructure, DevOps, automation is very simple. It makes it simple because it designed an infrastructure, it designed a situation or infrastructure that handle any kind of emergency that will come out of it without anybody blinking or knowing that there is any disruption. So that's the importance of ITSM. So I'm just looking at time. So tomorrow we'll continue from IT service value system, because I want to give us opportunity to respond to all the things we've been saying to see if we have questions. This is just the basics, but it's important to capture your understanding within these basics before accelerating further to more advanced environment. So if you have any question, where this is just a introductory level within this foundation, so we can talk about the question at this point. Julia.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Yes, thank you for the lecture. So I wanted to ask the days that we'll be having our classes.
For now, it's going to be Monday and Tuesdays. So that's why we've not started this earlier, because there is no space for us to have this. But over the weekend, we've closed one of our boot camp that we're running for a long time. So we now have space to run this on Mondays and Tuesdays. So we've occupied the space, the boot camp, or we're occupying before. So that's it.
Okay. I also wanted to ask how can we get the recording of the classes?
Okay. Have you not been, is this your first time in our boot camp?
No, sir. I'm in the project management class too.
So have you not been enrolled in this, in our course portal, in this ITSM?
For ITSM, no. The digital tech I have is showing just the project management. So I will check again now.
Okay, I think I've enrolled everybody, just few of you. Okay, if you have not been, I think if you have not been enrolled, just let me know. I will enroll you. But I thought I've enrolled everybody.
Okay, so I'll check.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Charles Okoye. Okay, I thought Mr. Charles was raising his hand.
Yes, I am. I
Oh.
am. Good evening, sir. I did unmute myself while talking, sir. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So two things now. One is the I have enrolled. I have seen that you have enrolled us in the course portal, but anytime I click it is showing access denied. So I know because we have not started. That's why it's showing access denied.
Okay.
If I click on start now on my own, it will show me access denied.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe it's because of we have not started, but I know after today we will have access.
Okay. If we are having any challenge, any kind of technical challenges, just let me know. I will troubleshoot it. We cannot be working in ITSM and we don't have smooth operation, because ITSM gives you smooth operation in the IT services.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Because that's why I noticed it on my own. If I click on it, I think maybe if I open, I might be seeing the course outline, the course content. But if I click on start now, it shows me access denied. Access denied.
Okay, that will be taken care of as soon as possible.
Okay, then I want you to the ITIL that you said, that's the Information Technology Infrastructure Library. You said it's just an infrastructure, it's just a methodology.
Yes.
A methodology, just
yes.
like agile methodology that we use in project management or waterfall or Prince 2.
Yes.
But it's a methodology that we employ. So it's like a set of protocols that you have to follow to implement
ITSM.
ITSM.
And it's the global recognized one. It's the most important, the most recognized. Almost every company is using it. Every company that is using ITSM is using it. The only difference might be that you are combining it with another, like, COBIT, which is the very good in risk management. So, but the main ITSM methodology or protocol, like you said, is ITIL. So, and that's why I started early to introduce it, because it's very important in this industry.
Okay, so in the course of the training, we can just touch other areas so that we have knowledge of it.
Yeah, we'll just have knowledge of it, but not like everything we are going to be doing. You are going to be, even if we are going to start service design or service implementation, we are going to be working within ITIL framework or ITIL methodology.
Okay, so thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Like I said, tomorrow, for now, it's just 2 days a week. But as we accelerate, you find out that you'll be engaged. Some of the activities will cover even other things we need to do within the week. But for me, 2 days a week is not bad for now. If we find more days, we can increase our duration, but I can guarantee Monday and Tuesday for now. So, and of our less, I hope this is aligning well, because we are struggling to combine it with other activities.
Yes, sir. If it is within that 8 to 9 is fine.
Okay.
So I can manage it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Let me see you tomorrow, and just like our normal boot camp, it will be as by tomorrow. Try to upload it with all the lecture notes, so you can have something to refresh your memory.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow. Bye.